G, get in that party.
Why are we entering Chicagoland? Well, let me put. Okay.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, I'm a little. Why is it entering Chicagoland?
Yeah, man, it says Chicagoland.
What?
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Almost ready. Green's out, man. Let's go. Got one up top.
What is
Okay,
going
just
on?
give us just a minute. We're actually going to be at the Outlaw Nation Toco Warranty Junior Johnson Memorial 200 at Auto Club. Give us just a minute. Let us.
Tell him to get off. Tell him to go to the home screen in the game.
You need to go to the home screen in the game.
And don't join a race till we get an invite.
Don't join the race.
I didn't do anything except hit start.
Yeah, I know I didn't either.
It's just all of a sudden we're entering Chicagoland.
I think that's what you call technical difficulty.
Yeah, that was a weird one though.
So, Chiza,
Hey, how's it going?
good. How are you? So, what are you looking for tonight? Do you think you have a strong car, and how do you think you're going to end up in this race?
Well, I'm looking for the checkered flag. I wouldn't start the race if I wasn't. I think I have a pretty good car, probably a solid top 5 car. The biggest thing here is going to be staying out of trouble, and it's going to be some crazy racing around here, a lot of 3 wide, and just going to buckle up for the first few stages and then drive forward in the 3rd stage.
Yeah, I don't know if you were in the practice earlier today, but they were 3 and 4 wide most of that practice, so I think it's going to be crazy. What do you think of it? Do you think fuel mileage will come into play during the race?
I toyed around with it a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a huge advantage. There might be someone who could stretch it a little bit further, but it's going to be pretty much everybody's on the same page.
Okay, well, good luck, and we look forward to seeing how you finish.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay, G, are you in the party?
I don't think he's in here yet.
As we mentioned earlier, this is a Junior Johnson Memorial 200. We could talk about him all day long and what he did for NASCAR.
Yeah, one of the legends of our sport started in the 50s, running his own cars out of his own backyard, as we were talking earlier, and just took the racing world by storm. Moonshiner turned racer, the original.
Absolutely. I was actually going through the facts earlier, and I don't think he was ever caught actually transporting moonshine, but in 1956 he was convicted, as the authorities actually staked out the family still, and then he was pardoned by Ronald Reagan in 1986. Yes. So, but that's absolutely how he got his start, and as I said, we could talk about him all day long and what he did for the sport.
Well, the story goes is, yes, he never was caught on the road. That morning he was caught by the feds, as it were. His dad wasn't feeling well, and he asked Junior to get up early and go out and start the fire under the still that they had hidden deep in the woods. And the feds knew where the still was, and as he approached, they grabbed him.
Yeah.
But he was acquitted. He was
Oh, yeah.
pardoned, as he should have been.
I think his first race was at the Southern 500, and his first win he actually won was at Hickory Motor Speedway in 1955.
Yep, that sounds about right. Southern 500, one of those big races that he tended to see the purse and go for.
During that 10-year span, I think there was a total of 313 races that he competed in and a total of 50 wins. So just as a driver, his accomplishments are remarkable. And then what he did as an owner, I mean, he had 3 NASCAR Winston Cup champions with DW.
Yep, DW speaks very highly of Junior, getting his career pointed in the right direction and helping him immeasurably. There's a story that Kenny Schrader tells where he was going to go run a bush race down in with his own car down in at Daytona, and he stopped off by Junior. He said, "Junior, I'm going down there, but I'm a little slow." So Junior said, "Hold on a second." Went in the back, came out with a box, gave him a carburetor. He says, "You run that carburetor, you win the race." Schrader won the carburetor, and he ran the carburetor, and he won the race. That's Junior.
Oh, yeah, and I've also heard a lot of stories of Junior on his tractor in his overalls. You could pull up a lot of times on his property, and he would pull up on the tractor in his overalls. So, he was just an amazing person for the sport. So many things he did to get it going, and the accomplishments are just, what can you say?
And I don't remember the record he set, but I remember sometime in the 80s and early 90s, he set a record for building a Chevy 305 V8, I think in 2 hours and 45 minutes, and set a world's record putting the engine together. As looks like we're getting ready to go green here.
Little Corey had a baby. Let's say congratulations on that.
So it looks like we're going green at the Outlaw Nation Cup Series Junior Johnson Memorial at Auto Club Speedway.
Actually, I've just been told they're qualifying.
Oh, this is qualifying? Okay.
Little Corey had a baby.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
Congratulations. So I guess that's saying a lot to have a baby and getting ready to race tonight.
Last weekend.
Oh, he had a baby last weekend. I'm sorry. Congratulations.
So Auto Club is one of those big sweeping ovals, sister track to Michigan, but a little bit different banking. I mean, they're on paper they're the same, but they drive just a little bit differently. So you get a lot of high speed and everything that goes with it.
Like 14-degree banking in the turns, 11-degree on the front stretch, and then you've got about a 3-degree on the back stretch, or the back straightaway.
Yeah, as you can see, as we're following qualifying here, you're doing 180 out of the turns. Let's see, at the line you're doing 194. And what are we going to be at into turn 1? Oh, I saw 200. 200 into the turns. Look at that speed.
They are moving.
Who are we following here in the 96? Because I don't have the...
That is Bulldog.
Oh, that Bulldog's in the 96 tonight.
That is Bulldog, yes.
Excellent.
I have a list of drivers and their numbers.
Well, if you see through the turns, he was hanging it out. That is a loose setup there for qualifying. 200 miles an hour, half sideways.
That's Bulldog.
There you go.
You never know with Bulldog.
Well, qualifying, you tend to want to hang it out. You want to, wherever your car is fastest, you want it to be fastest for the laps that count in qualifying. So a lot of times you'll loosen things up, and you'll be driving on the edge, not like you will be in the race, except maybe when the tires wear near the end of a run before you pit. And we're back out on track. It's like a tire change.
I think we've got a total of, 17 drivers in the race tonight.
That's a nice sized field. Looks like Bulldog tightened it up just a little bit, with maybe an air pressure adjustment.
Man, just an adjustment.
Yeah, not a big one, just a little bit, maybe to not lose so much speed in the turn.
I'm telling you, when they were practicing today, it was 3 and 4 wide. Him and Smoke had a finish of, I think it was 1/1,000,000th of a second to the finish line. It was crazy.
Well, this is the kind of track that you run all day, and you might be single file and 4 or 5 car lengths separated, but by the time the checkered flag flies, somehow the top cars seem to find each other. So it looks like in qualifying we're looking in the 38.8 range, which is fast here. And I'm sure Bulldog is trying to, well, it looks like it's the last lap. Bulldog is trying to get everything he can. And according to the telltale here, looks like he came second. Dagger so far leading. Well, that was some of qualifying, and we'll get the rundown in a few minutes as we prepare for the Outlaw Nation Cup Series Junior Johnson Memorial 200 at Auto Club Speedway tonight for about 100 laps. They're with stages. Breakdown we'll get to soon.
Yeah, we're getting ready to do interviews. Hang on just a minute.
Cool. Well, so far it looks like Dagger has a nice fast time. Bulldog, then Beast, Brewster.
Yeah,
Chiza and Fujimo in this lobby I'm looking at here.
G-Sensi is actually declining the interview. This is Bulldog, so it looks like I'm going to take it.
Bulldog.
Hey, man.
I said, it's cool because we were watching your feed, and I commented that watching you behind. What is that they call that? The God view.
I guess, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Chase.
I mean just for the view, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. And I was watching you. I'm like, wow, he's hanging that thing out. You had that thing half sideways in the turns there.
Oh, yeah, man, that's just part of the qualifying setup, Race setup will look completely different, Race setup's still tight in the front end, everything else. Just part of a qualifying setup, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got to have her hung out to be fast. There is no fast.
Right.
You can't have a good feeling car and it just be wicked, too.
Well, you can't run a whole run like that, like you said. You gotta use a different setup in the race.
Yeah.
Because it's got to run the whole fuel run. What kind of fuel run we're talking about? How do you see the race shaping up?
See, guys, I mean, you'll
part.
see everybody. You won't see many short pitting at all, I don't think. Just kind of see, because I don't think we've ran a 50% or see what the first stage is yet.
But how long can the guys run? What are we looking
but
at?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be seeing 14 laps in is what we're going to be looking at. 14 laps in. There might be some with just different gear ratios and stuff that maybe make the 15. Yeah, everybody's going to come down and pit together with that lap 14.
Now, we were at Darlington last week, right? And
yeah. Well, we was at Darlington in the Tuesday series, Dega in this series.
Dega. But now, even though Auto Club is not a plate track, as it were, or any kind of restrictions on power, it's still a big track, and that to me usually means that there's maybe more opportunities to save, especially that you don't have to stay with your foot mashed nose to tail in a race.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah. Well, I actually made a comment after I won a race here once in a league race. It's just flat track plate racing, honestly. That's what I've always called it. It's it's a little more spread out. You have a lot more. There's a lot more opportunities to pass here than there would be at a plate track or a lot of other tracks. Because the track's big and it's not just long and just big. It's wide.
Absolutely. Any bets on how wide you're going to be into turn one?
I think everybody will keep it pretty steady going in turn one. A lot of us, we know what we're doing at this point. You won't see 3 and 4 wide at least for the second lap.
Second lap. You gotta wait to the second lap.
But after that, man, you're gonna be seeing it all race. Yeah. You're gonna be seeing a lot of 2, 3, 4 wide action, even at sometimes maybe even 5 wide if you get lucky.
So what I was saying, okay, so it's like a big Talladega just without restrictor plates and stuff. But that also says to me that you can utilize the draft, you can utilize the track in your line, and you have the ability to save more gas here. But how much can you really save? Or do you think that's not going to be a factor today at all?
I mean, it might be and it might not be. That's just kind of just where the cautions fall and everything else. Nobody really knows how it's going to do until you see it. But you got to be prepared for both ends of the spectrum right there.
Gotcha. I guess what I'm really asking, I was trying to get it out myself, is do you think it's easier to save at a track like Auto Club than it is to save at Darlington?
No, it's much more easier to save at Darlington because there's so much more off-throttle time with the draft, and you can save more laps easier at a smaller track, obviously. And I think it's a little harder here and the bigger tracks like Michigan and Auto Club, places like that. I think it's a bit harder to save fuel because of just how big it is and how long it is. And you've still got to, you're still pulling 7,000 RPMs here. You've got to, because you don't want to. Right. You fall off here, you lose the draft, then you're going to fall off even more if you was just,
So that's what you meant. It's like a big Talladega,
Yeah.
You might not be nose to tail, but you got to be in the draft. You got to be with the group of guys, so you're all.
It's a wider Talladega, pretty much. It's a flatter, wider Talladega. Gotcha. It's what you're getting.
And it's a sister track to Michigan, so of course, same kind of, basically the same idea and same concept goes through.
Yeah.
So racing is kind of going to be like that, fast. Anything can happen, and circumstances will dictate, like you said, your strategy if there's any to be played.
Yeah. It is what it is. You just gotta hang in there for the long run. Let her haul, let the car eat. You're gonna see some guys as it gets longer in the run here. It's definitely gonna be it's gonna get harder to pass as the run goes on. You're gonna see a lot of moves made early, and once one guy gets out front, man, it's hard to pass him. But if you do get to him, you'll pass him pretty quick. Yeah. It just depends when you're gonna get your run and how you're gonna take that run. Whether you're gonna end up first or last.
Clean air.
Clean air will be a factor, especially you slow down at least a half second here when you start versus that one car if you start racing each other. If you go 3, 4 wide, 2 wide even, if you're racing each other hard, that front car is going to pull out. It ain't going to be, like at most tracks where you can hang with them, pretty decently and still be running 2, 3 wide. But that first place car is going to pull out. If the field starts battling and that first place car is not, you're going to get left.
And who worries you the most? Who are you going to be looking to be near the front that you're going to have to pass for the win or manage to get in front of for the checker?
I would probably say Smoke or Beast, to be honest. I've raced with them all day today. Beast is pretty strong. G's got a really strong car. Those three really have been the ones that stick out to me. Jason's pretty good here as well. I think you're going to see all 10 cars, honestly, man. It's all 17 cars in this field have a chance to win this race without a doubt in my mind.
You're really painting a picture like it is a plate track.
That's what it is.
A lot of guys can win, and a lot of it is going to come down to how the race plays out and the decisions that are made, both each lap and
just
strategy overall.
Where you position yourself and at the right time, and everything else. New tires will be huge here. Almost at these big tracks, big flat tracks at least, flat tracks in general. New tires will always prevail. I don't care how far you are back. But
so
should be fun to see, man.
So what you're saying is you don't expect any real, anybody going in this with the trying to, sneak a win in on strategy. But if the opportunity presents itself, you're saying
it might happen.
You're saying that something can really get turned upside down, and we could see a surprise winner who hasn't been running up front the whole
Well,
race.
man, the qualifying order just got set. I'll read you off the qualifying order, then I'm gonna have to get back on. And I'll turn the mic back over to Mom Bulldog. So on the front row, it's gonna be the 14, the 95. Second row, it's gonna be the 22, the 4. Third row, it's gonna be the 96, the 11. Fourth row, it's gonna be the 42 and the 43. Fifth row, it's gonna be the 18 and the 2. The 24, the 12, the 1, and the 48, the 19, and the 20, and the 41 is in the rear.
Awesome. So who was on the pole again?
That'd be Smoke Fan.
Smoke Fan. Are you surprised?
Not at all, man. He has those one-time wears qualifying setups figured out. I'll tell my mama when you can join the invite. I'm gonna hand the mic back over to her, man. It's good talking to y'all before the race.
You got it.
And hopefully I'll be talking to y'all after the race.
Yep, good luck. Well, as we get set up here, technically, so we can show you the start of the race and head through. That was Bulldog. We got Smoke Fan on the pole tonight. He's always fast, and like Bulldog was saying, he probably got 10 guys that can run up front and take this race, and it's all going to come down to what happens during the race. So we got to see. That's why we run them. See what happens.
And I have points from last week's race. We have Smoke in the 70 with 78 points. Jason and Bulldog are tied with 58 points. We have Dagger with 53. Trans Am with 52. Beast 51, Cheeseth 45, Fast for You with 42, G Cincy with 39, Corey with 35, Fujimo with 22, Hangman with 15, and Kyle Busch with 9 points.
Wow. So Smoke Fan, our point leader, has got the point at Auto Club tonight.
Yeah, with about a 20-point lead going into this race.
So you think he's going to be wanting to extend that very badly, I think.
I would think so. So who are you going to pick tonight?
Oh, I can't deny that, going with the fastest car at a really fast track is probably going to be the pick. So I'm going to go with Smoke Fan.
Well, you took my pick, so
I didn't mean to take your pick.
That's okay.
I was wondering who's going to end up on pole, and we know Smoke Fan is fast almost everywhere we go. So
well, I'm going to tell you, and I've been told I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to go with Bulldog tonight.
Okay, I see. I picked him the last 2 times, and he had trouble. So I'm trying not to jinx him tonight.
Well, I'm sitting right here with him, and I'm going to give it all to him. I'm going to go with my heart tonight, and I'm going to pick Bulldog.
Well, after watching him in qualifying, I was quite impressed. Where did he end up in the starting field?
I think he was 5th.
He's 5th, yeah. But one thing I noticed about Bulldog, watching Bulldog run, and why he is a good pick, is it doesn't really matter where he starts. He has a knack of finding his way to the front. If he's got any kind of car under him, you're going to see him, dicing for the lead or at the front very shortly, or as soon as he can.
Yeah, and I know he's been criticized for that, and I'll have to say, he has come a long way. When he started out, he didn't know how to. He always knows how to race, but he didn't know how to put it all together. He was very aggressive, and you have to be aggressive, but you have to know when to put that aggression forward, and then you've got to know how to back off. And he puts his heart into a lot of it, and sometimes you just have to let it go and let it happen.
Well, we know he gives his all, as I've watched him more than once, quite a few times actually. And like I said, when it comes down to the end of the races, he's figuring out how to get to the front and be in a position to win. He's getting that maturity, kind of thing
Yes.
where you can't win it on the first lap. He knows that. He says it all the time, and he's backing it up.
Absolutely. But any of these guys could win. I mean, they work day and night on these setups and these races. They practice together, and even though they're racing tonight against each other, they run this as a team, and they help each other out, and they're a good group of guys. They are, and I don't have anything bad to say about any one of them.
Oh, absolutely. I've run with them online, too. In fact, Bulldog was nice enough to invite me, and we ran a bunch of the laps that we were doing the Pro League qualifying on over the past week or so. And, yeah, I'm slow. But one thing I did notice is they race very well together. They work very well together. You know when they're going out into a turn that they're not going to just wad it up. There's a lot of temperance and patience. And that's one of the things I like about this league is because you have guys who know you can't win it on the first lap. Hey, racing stuff happens, but it
does.
And you can't do anything about it. But to see such quality racers, racing side by side next to each other and having a minimum amount of incidents. I mean that's racing. That's something to watch.
Hey, rubbing is racing.
Yeah, rubbing, not wrecking.
No, rubbing, absolutely. But I have to mention, Toco Warranty is our sponsor, and they were awarded in 2019 the top 8 auto warranty companies. And they're a pay-as-you-go vehicle repair coverage. It gets it done. They're straightforward. And if you need that, please give them a call at 855-298-8623. They'll help you out with anything that you need.
Excellent. So we're looking at 100 laps tonight, and as Bulldog mentioned, we're looking about 14 laps per fuel run. So the rule books say, as they say. So let me get the old calculator out. So we're looking at least 7 times they're going to hit pit road, including the 2 stages, divided up. So this is going to be as much a fight to who gets on and off pit road the fastest. Are we going to see 2 tires? Are we going to see 4 tires?
It's got to be some strategy play out. I think there's going to be a few that try to make it.
Absolutely.
They're going to push it.
Absolutely. And because of that, we might see some different kind of outcomes from who's running up front at the beginning of these runs to who's taking the checkered flag at the end of the stages and at the end of the race. A lot of stuff can happen.
You never know. We'll just have to let it play out and see what happens. But I think they're all ready to go and ready to go racing. He said to go ahead and tell you to join that invite.
Okay. On my way. Get some racing done here.
It's Saturday before Christmas, and I hope everyone doesn't forget what the season's about. And I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're all very blessed to be doing what we want to do on a Saturday night.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. Bless you all. I'm excited.
I am too.
Load faster.
Let's get it going. I just hope that if Bulldog's leading on the last lap that I can contain my excitement.
Well, that's okay. Let it all out. It's okay.
I will. Trust me.
You can get on Ned Jarrett for it.
I have a tendency to tell him what he needs to do.
Or Daryl from Mikey.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like we are under green as Smoke Fan leads him down. Oh, see, 3 wide. 3 wide, 2 deep. Oh, are we going caution? What's going on?
I think they're going to actually do a 3 wide salute in honor and memory of Junior Johnson. So this is actually pretty cool for them to be able to do this.
They're lined up nicely too. This is cool. Look at that.
Thank you, Junior. We appreciate all you've done for the NASCAR sport.
How about a moment while we
Let's do
watch
it
them until they get back to the start-finish line?
Hey, tell them to take a screenshot.
And that was our 3 wide salute for Junior Johnson at the Toco Warranties Outlaw Nation Cup Series Junior Johnson Memorial 200. About how many laps till we go green, do you think?
next time by, Matt. This time by.
Next time by.
Yeah.
Well, you got Smoke on the pole. Driving a 14 car tonight.
And then we've got the number, is it number 95 on the outside?
Yep. '95 Chiza will lead us
And we've got
off.
the 22 in the second row.
As we come down to the green, they're all tight.
Exciting racing.
Here we go.
Here we go. Green flags in the air.
Well, no surprise. Smoke fan edges out into one, but
Absolutely not.
tightly followed by the rest of the
Can that outside line, can they do anything with them?
I don't know. I think they're all just jockeying for a spot to see what's what.
I don't think it'll take them long till they'll be 3 wide.
I don't know. We're coming up on the second lap. You know, Bulldog said, look for the second lap. Maybe we'll be 5 wide.
Here they come.
They are spread out.
Smoke still
track.
leading.
The 22 hot on his tail.
'22 falls in behind.
They're still jockeying for position behind them.
Maybe just trying to work things out and see what they've got before they try to really push it hard.
Yeah, but they're all trying to get forward. You see, they're 2
Yeah.
3 wide in the turns, as you know, because there's many lines through this track, and I think they're trying to figure out where the best place for them is. And once they do that, they'll shake out to a little more like out front.
I think you're right. Because from 2 on back, they're not really sure where they're at.
Oh, 22 gave Smoke Fan a shot. I think he wants to get
Here
him out
comes
front.
22's wanting to lead.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the momentum.
I don't either.
See, when you push Smoke out,
Here he goes.
gave him some speed, but there we go. Down to the inside.
I still think that inside lane, unless you've got a bunch of cars, I think that inside lane is going to be the lane you want to be in.
Well, yeah, it's the shorter way around the track, and if you can hold it down at speed down there, you can pick up.
Here he goes for the lead. It's going to be 22. I think take the lead. Maybe.
Look at that. It looks like the pace lap all over again, doesn't it? Too wide.
I think 22 is going to have him this lap by. 22 was pushing by the 96.
That outside line, though. Smoke push past him.
Here comes Bulldog, 3 wide.
There's Bulldog.
I can't say that's unexpected. Didn't think that was going to happen.
Absolutely. He can find a way. He'll do it.
Here he goes at the line. I don't know. No.
Oh, they're fighting for it. So you get a little bit of a run out of the corner from the higher line.
Yeah. 22 is going to go with Bulldog, I think.
Yep. Looks like you got a little run from them. And you see Smoke Fan fighting back, but with the help from 22, looks like Bulldog will lead him into 3. Will he lead him off 4, though?
I'll have to say Bulldog's had a fast car. He has, they've worked on it, and he's been right up there.
22.
Of course, they've all been side by side.
22 looks like he was thinking about going inside a Bulldog for a minute.
4, 5, and 6 is 3 wide.
And 22 cuts in front of Smoke to take away second again. And he's looking for the lead on the outside there. Maybe hooking back up with Smoke, maybe giving
I think Bulldog's going to have the lead this time.
And 42 up behind Bulldog coming up on the inside.
But they're not going to, whoever's in the lead's not going to be able to, I don't think they're going to be able to pull out and have a breath, because it's going to be racing side by side the whole race.
Well, it looks like, and I wanted to go back through the field, but you can't leave the front. You can't get, changed.
You've got 96, 22 on the outside.
Oh, 42 and 22.
Here they go 3 wide again. The 92, 96, 42, and 22.
5 wide.
My gosh.
Oh, and 22 around and into somebody else. Spinning down
caution.
On the inside. We're going to have a caution.
Caution.
Well,
I'm waiting to hear. Of course, it is manual caution, so.
Yep. Well, did we lose him?
I haven't got the call yet. Caution is going to come out.
I was trying to figure out who spun down there, but
I think we've run 10 of 22 laps so far. I'm sorry? 10 of 29, so looks like the first stage is going to be 29 laps.
okay. Well, if they pit at right now with 19 laps to go, I don't think anybody can make it.
No.
With the
I think you're gonna
14 lap average fuel run, it looks like we're going to have to maybe see some gas and goes at the end if there's no more cautions. So
I think they're coming in though.
I think they're all coming in. Yep. Looks like
Oh my gosh.
on pit road.
What racing so far? I mean, who's leading? You don't know from one lap or one corner to the next.
Yep. It looks like though the game has Smoke Fan out front because he's leading them onto pit road. Oh no, maybe I was wrong. We got some AI stuff on pit road, but it'll shake out. I think Smoke got shuffled back, but we'll see when we get out of the pits.
Looks like Bulldog's going to be the first out of the pits. Oh, little caution. Little caution between him and Smoke.
Yeah, it could have been Bulldog. Maybe Bulldog got him by a nose. We'll see in a minute.
Well, looks like Smoke's out first.
Yeah, he got hit that first line, I think, was the decider.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 or 3 lines down there, and I forget which one is the actual line you got to cross first.
So you got Smoke and Bulldog in the first row.
Yeah, it looks like you're lining up to do it all over again.
I think Smoke had a 14.7 and Bulldog had a 14.8 on pit road.
Those are both pretty fast pit stops.
Pretty quick. probably going to have to pit again, aren't they, before this caution's up?
Sensi and Big Destroyer behind them.
They can't. I don't think they can't make it to the end of this stage on that pit stop. I have a feeling there'll be another caution.
I have a feeling too. Let's see what we get. Coming down to green. Back up to speed now. Ooh, we got the 18 on the outside taking the high line. Not gaining any ground. Smoke pulls out.
Smoke's going to take it off, yeah.
Off two anyway. Let's see if Bulldog has anything for him.
I still think that inside lane's going to be the lane to be in.
Well, it's looking that way so far. But I'm looking at Smoke, and it seems like almost no matter what lane he's in, he's still fast.
Of course.
Bulldog's Bulldog pulls to the outside, contesting for the lead.
As soon as I say that, he proves me wrong. Well, for a minute anyway.
Wow, look at this, side by side.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like some side drafting going on.
Oh my goodness, what a race. I still think he's going to have to come down that inside lane.
That Big Destroyer pushing Smoke. Trying to keep him in front of Bulldog.
They're still racing side by side.
Sensi trying to make it 3 wide, but following Bulldog. As the top 4 cars get a little breakaway down the front stretch here, and they're banging each other, pushing them out front, trying to do some bump drafting.
So you've got Smoke and Bulldog in first and second.
Now, we haven't talked about it much, but as the tires wear, I know everybody's on full tires, but the handling is going to come into play. And I'm seeing some guys can run the bottom, like you say, looks like the fastest way around, but some guys looks like they're starting to struggle already.
Yeah, I would think power wear has a play in it. I still think that bottom lane's going to be your best shot. I just don't think you can get anywhere on the outside lane and stay there.
That's true, but if
what?
We have a
caution is out. Yes.
Any reason?
What's the reason?
It's not a debris caution, is it? Oh, somebody went around. Okay, we did not catch that.
20 flipped.
The 20 flipped.
Whoa! I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
The aerobatics that they put into NASCAR Heat 4 are quite interesting.
There's so much excitement up front. We haven't been able to get back there yet.
And look what's going on. Looks like, is it the whole field once again heading to pit road?
I think so.
It looks like it. Let's see the car in the back there. Yep, looks like everybody's committed to come to pit road. We should be able to make it from here, I believe. We got less than 15 laps remaining. Yeah, so by the time they go back to green, everybody should just be able to make it to the end of the stage.
Should be good to go, yeah.
Yep.
And of course, I mean, they all want that stage win because that gives them points.
Well, absolutely. Like we talked about the point standings with Smoke Fan in the lead by only 20 points. That's a good lead, but that can go away in one race. So
absolutely.
He's looking to extend his lead, and everybody else is looking to gain on him.
So I guarantee you, Bulldog and Jason tied for second. They're wanting to get that stage win.
Smoke Fan did not get off pit road first. Who got off first? Because I have a feeling whoever got off in front of Smoke took only 2 tires. That's Cheesa. Did Cheesa gamble it there? Because he was off pit road way before everybody else.
Quick.
I'm thinking everybody else took 4 tires, and maybe
I think he did just gas.
Or even gas only? Whoa. That's a long way to go on
gas
tires.
Or 2? He took 2.
2 tires.
He took 2 tires, yeah.
I was going to say, you got to make it all the way, yeah. We have our special in-race reporter relaying information.
Thank God.
So two tires for Chiza. Can he hold on to the lead? Got him up front, but can he hold on to it, and can he hold on all the way to the end of the stage?
We'll just have to see. We've got 14, I think 14 laps. Is that correct?
Should be 14, I think.
We're going green.
Yeah, they're powering up in 2 lines again. Chiza pulls out front.
Bulldog second.
Yeah, right on his tail, pushing him.
And we've got
Bulldog
Smoke
goes
Fan.
out, and Smoke Fan goes to the inside of Bulldog.
Yeah,
Bulldog goes
absolutely.
back in line. Probably a smart move, not making it 3 wide into the turn there.
Side by side.
Well, Chiza looks like he's getting shuffled. Is it the 2 tires, or it's just that everybody said, I'm not going with Chiza that turn? He's back to, what, 7th, 8th now. Well, Smoke, 18 on the wall.
Gosh. Oh, caution, 96. Bulldog flipped.
20 was in it, little Corey. But he made it by.
I think Bulldog flipped about 4 times.
He flipped again, I noticed. Looks like there's going to be a caution, right?
I would say, yes.
Yeah, it looks like Dagger got into the wall. Did Bulldog have a better read on that? And a 19 spinning on the front stretch.
I think that was a chain reaction.
Hey, call Bush. Call Bush. You go to the back of that bike and stand out.
So, can he confirm that Dagger got into the wall and jammed him up? Because I just caught him getting into the wall, and then everybody was wrecking right past that.
Yeah, I think I haven't got a confirmation, but I think that's what happened.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Dagger to the wall. Yes.
Okay. Oh, let's see. They're all heading back to pit road. I think Cheese will be taking 4 tires this time.
I would think so.
Oh, and 42 and 22 stayed out, and so did, who is that? We got a few cars stayed out, about 5 of them.
We'll see how that plays out.
Well, looks like Big Destroyer stayed out first, and then 22. Is that Bulldog stay out? Yeah, it looks like Bulldog stayed out. Fujimo stayed out.
What, 11 laps left in the stage?
Sensi, Big Destroyer. Wow, this is going to shake things up a little bit. Now, where everybody else took 4 tires before, 2 tires we saw didn't exactly help, but how is no tires going to go to the end of this run? Or just to the restart?
I don't know. Don't know if that was a smart move or not. We'll soon find out.
Well, you can see, like you said before, they're looking for a stage win, and there is precedent because there's 5 guys up front.
If I was going to do it, I would do it this stage.
Yeah, and there's 5 guys, 6 guys that stayed out. So the guys that have fresh tires have to get past those 6 cars to get up front. So it's not like they're going to get run over on the start. They're going to get run over maybe a few laps in, or maybe they'll be able to hold on. We don't know. But definitely a big twist here. As we go back to green. Big Destroyer.
We've got 42 leading.
Sensi on his tail. And
then we've got 43 and 96.
Yep. Well, Big Destroyer pulled out.
42, yeah.
Is that Chiza coming down the inside? all the way on the bottom. Oh, and Sensi goes for the lead.
Here we've got cars coming on the outside.
The Big Destroyer holds them off. They're 4 wide back in the pack down the front stretch.
They're racing like it was the last lap.
Look at this. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're getting sideways. Got somebody on the apron, but nobody wrecked, and they all held on to it. Good saves in the back of the pack. Big Destroyer with no tire call has been holding on to it.
Oh, he is.
There. Look at Smoke pulling up on his tail. Looks like he's going to be going by. And Smoke back to the lead with Chiza on his bumper.
I think those tires are going to help them.
Oh, the not taking the tires, I think, is
that's
not,
absolutely
not the right move. But you know, our pre-race interview with Bulldog, he said it. Tires are gonna be something to look for.
But yet he didn't take any.
Well, maybe he felt it was a gamble he had to take.
If we're gonna take it, let's take it in this first stage, not do it in the last stage.
Yeah, answer your questions early, I always say. And then later on, you can figure out what you can and what you can't do, or what works and what doesn't work.
Oh, we've got a car in the wall.
Yeah, we saw a little lag back there.
I think it was just, a little bit.
We got the 12. Too fast for you, 95. Got caught up in that, I think. Do we have a caution, or we keep going? You got going.
No, I think it's good. It was just a one-car caution. There is a caution.
Well, that's going to change everything. That'll give an opportunity for the cars that didn't take tires to take tires. And then if you did take tires, are you going to pit again because you don't want to be caught short on older tires now?
Glad I'm not a crew chief.
Yeah, I'd be pulling my hair out if I had to tell somebody what to do here. but
that's why we don't get paid.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if I was in this race with how the tires are working, no question, I'd be coming to pit.
I would take tires, absolutely.
I'd be coming to pit even if nobody else was coming to pit. Because the way the fresh tires have been working, I don't think it pays not to at this point.
I agree. You got to take tires.
Let's see if anybody stays out this time. Oh, 42, Big Destroyer. He stayed out again. That's twice he stayed out. I got to question that move.
I think, the 42 stayed out.
Well, he stayed out. He was the first one to stay out the last time, but he didn't get any takers to go with him this time.
No.
So he's going to be the only one with old tires as we go back. Now, because he stayed out, is anybody going to take 2 tires? Let's see what happens down here. Well, 18 is away first.
There goes the 11. What a mess off pit road.
Yeah, but I would say that they all took whether they took 4 or 2, they all got the same. They all made the same decision.
Yeah.
What does our in race reporter say? For
2 or 4, Matt. Three laps to go on the stage. Didn't get a report on tires.
Yeah, because whatever he did, everybody looks like they did the same thing.
Yeah.
So did he? When you get a chance?
I think he took 4.
So that looks. I kind of thought from the time they were in there, I figured they might have all taken 4. Except for our leader, Big Destroyer, 42. How long will he be able to stay in the lead? And how many laps we got to go? We got
there's three laps left.
Can he hold on for
in
3
this
laps?
stage?
Can he make this gamble pay off?
I don't think he can make it, but we'll see.
He got past, I think, about 3 laps in, but he only was pushed back to about 2nd or 3rd. Smoke already has him on the inside.
Smoke his car is just absolutely
got into
flying
and the wall, and Big Destroyer got real loose there. Sensi again trying to push through, but Smoke Fan in the lead.
I don't think there's any surprise that Smoke's in the lead.
Nope. He started right behind him, and we know how fast he is.
I wouldn't want him behind me with a few laps left to go.
Some guys making some dives to the bottom.
Some
spots. That was Sensi, I believe. Gained a couple spots. Fighting for 2nd.
I think Bulldog gained a couple there as well from that incident.
I thought I saw Bulldog doing the same thing. Somebody got loose and went to the inside of their car in the wall. On the backstretch. The 12 and the 19.
Caution, 12 and 19 in the wall.
Caution. Well, are we going to run the stage out, or are we going to go back?
Caution, Matt. No caution.
Okay.
Here comes Bulldog on the inside.
We got last lap coming. I think everybody got going.
So Smoke is leading. Is that Bulldog 2nd? And they are side by side. Oh my gosh.
Well, they are pushing. They're fighting.
They are
2nd behind Smoke, trying to get position so they can make a run on him. But I don't think they're going to have time.
No, I don't either.
A big battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, though. That's going to be a photo finish for
Bulldog was 4th. Smoke, Jesus was 2nd. G Sensi and Bulldog. And then Beast.
Wow. Well, if the first stage is any indication of how this race is going to go, I think we understated everything.
I have to agree. This has been crazy.
Yeah, there's been action on every lap. This is, Bulldog nailed it. He said it's going to be like Daytona or Talladega, just with no restrictor plate, and it has been playing out that way so far, with tires being the most important factor so far.
Yeah, I think you have to take tires, and if you love racing, you gotta watch this. This is racing at its best. Here we go for the 2nd stage.
As they bring them down, we have the 11 in the lead. Beast of Asgard trying to take the lead from Smoke, and he's got a nose on him, and I'm looking at that's one of the few times Smoke has not been able to pull the lead out on the restart into turn 1. So are we looking at a change of King of the Hill here in this race?
I still have to say that Smoke's probably gonna take it.
Oh, looks like Beast got a little loose. He got up in the middle, and Chiza
still 3 and 4 wide racing. Oh my gosh!
And Evil OGR looks like right behind them.
I knew the apron was going to come into play today.
Yep.
You got 3 wide racing for the first position.
5 wide entering turn.
Oh my gosh!
Funneling down to 4, maybe.
We are definitely not getting paid enough for this.
Got into it. 11 bounces off the wall and gets into a couple other guys, but they all keep it straight, I think. And 11 is all the way in the back because of that fracas back there.
I mean, they've not let up, not for a second. It's like they're racing for the last lap, every lap.
Smoke Man are battling for the lead up front.
With Bulldog pushing on the outside.
Yep, they've switched partners. Evil OGR now up in the 4th position next to Bulldog, trying to make a lead, but it looks like
that outside line may be working this time. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, Bulldog
they
was on
just
Smoke's
pushed.
bumper.
They just pushed from the outside to the first and second.
Yep.
First time I've seen that happen on all race.
Well, there was no one next to them that was pushing too, so they got an opportunity and they went for it. Now it looks like they're trying to pull away, but they're still
here comes
fighting.
Bulldog going to the lead. It looks like.
Bulldog
here
is
he
not
goes.
happy being second behind Smoke.
Here he goes. Oh no! 3 wide for the lead.
And there's Big Destroyer back up front behind Smoke. Oh, we got a couple cars going around. I think I saw Evil OGR back there.
They are not disappointing.
Nope, not at all.
Bulldog to the race lead. Oh,
And
caution.
Yeah, couple cars back there. That's Evil OGR and Kyle Busch into it on the backstretch. Didn't see what caused it, but 2 cars off.
I don't know about you, but I needed to take a breath.
Oh, I got a comment from Sharkarb. Is that Mama Bulldog in the booth?
Yes, it is.
So Bulldog to the lead. So I think they're gonna pit. What do you think, Mama Bulldog?
I would hope so.
Let's see what comes down. See if anybody will play sneaky and stay out and still try to make that no tire call work, or maybe we'll see some tire strategy with 2 tires instead of 4. Hasn't worked, but it doesn't mean somebody won't try it.
Looks like we're into, hang on, you gotta remember that I'm old and I can't see, so I'm trying to watch how many laps are left, so just bear with me.
I'm just watching, we're watching them come down pit road. I'm trying to
23,
see. Looks like they all
23 laps left.
Well, 23 laps, that means another
in
pit stop.
In the stage.
Yeah, definitely going to need another pit stop for gas.
Oh, yeah.
And I would say gas and
tires.
But is anybody gonna try to go 2 tires? Trying to get to the front here. So
I don't think so at this point. I think we got to take 4.
So a couple of cars.
Looks like,
Smoke
and Bulldog.
Yep, but it looks like everybody again took 4 tires. Is that what our in-race supporter is saying he did?
Yes, 4 tires.
Nobody got off quicker. Everybody seems to stay in their pits about the same amount of time. So
yeah,
4
looks like him
game.
and Smoke.
Yep, leading them off
with 43 and 95.
So Smoke, Bulldog, Sensi, Chiza in the first 2 rows, leading the field down on another restart. It seems to me that the issues are when you get a couple laps on the tires, the handling changes a lot on these cars, and it catches some guys short. So when you're running so close together and you get a little bit loose or a little bit tight or you scrub up, it's not hard to get into somebody and cause something to happen. Now we're coming back to green. Let's see if Smoke can pull out ahead, or a Bulldog can take the lead. Looks like the second place cars are closing up.
I think unless Bulldog's got somebody pushing him on the outside, the Smoke fan's going to take the lead.
Well, Smoke's got position, like you said, on the inside, but maybe they can fight back down the backstretch here. Looks like I
still think that inside line is going to take it and
Bulldog got nose ahead, but yep, that inside line, Smoke fan pulled ahead in the middle of the turn. But Bulldog ain't giving up. He's drafting.
Oh, here we go for second place, side by side.
Yep. And we got somebody trying to make it 3 wide on the outside.
I still think he's going to have to get down.
Ooh, and they get real squirrely off of 2, but they all make it through good.
He's going to try to prove me wrong on the outside, but still think that inside's going to...
well,
it's going to be the lane to go.
You're watching the same
I
thing
know.
I'm watching, and Smoke Fan is making it work.
See, if I wasn't broadcasting, I'd be telling him to get down, get down.
Well, he hasn't been able to this run because
I know.
He's got a line of cars underneath him. But he's doing pretty good hanging where he is because they got 3-4 cars in the outside lane. I don't know if they're having trouble holding it down, but they got 3-4 cars in the outside lane, and you can get a good run off the turns. But that inside that Smoke is working is really
you're gonna have to stay down to keep them from passing you. You got to hold it down there, and because they're not going to be able to pass you on the outside. I just don't think it's going to hold.
Well, there goes Sensi trying to make it work on the outside. Bulldog going with them, along with is that Kyle Busch or Dagger or Big Destroyer? But then they leave Sensi and they head back down to Smoke. We can get a run. Oop! I hear some banging. Oh, is that Big Destroyer went off?
I mean, it's been 2-3 wide racing since we started.
Big Destroyer is back going. Might have been just
Smoke pulled up. I don't know if he hit the wall or what.
Yeah, well, who's that? Sensi on the inside?
And here comes Bulldog on the inside.
And he dumped
trying to take the lead.
And went back up.
Here comes Bulldog for the lead.
Okay, he has position on him out of 2. Oh, but he's got 2-on-1. Those two guys are trying to work the inside and the outside, but they all fall back in line into 3. Who's that up there in 4th in the Kyle Busch car? Is that Kyle Busch or Dagger? I can't tell.
Kyle Busch.
That's Kyle Busch. So Kyle Busch up in 4th, trying to find his way forward.
Of course, all the notes and things I made, they're strode all over the place.
That's okay. It's been that kind of race. We haven't had a break. You know, usually if it calms down a little, I go through the field, which I'm trying to.
That's what we want, though. We want it to be exciting, and
Brewster is
I mean, they are
number 1.
all. And this is his first Outlaw race.
And Jay Wood, look, we got a pack of cars that seem to have a little breakaway now.
I don't have much information on Brewster, but I know that this is his first Outlaw appearance.
Well, I ran with him in the qualifiers last night. Actually, I ran right behind him a couple of times, and he's a good. He keeps it steady. He keeps it going, and he was pretty fast because he was faster than me. Bulldog keeping it out front with Sensi and Smoke hot on his heels. And Kyle Busch right behind him.
And we're at lap 13 of 27.
Well, we've got one more pit stop before they can make it to the end. There's Jason. Haven't talked about him much. He's been back in the pack just behind the leaders, dicing to try to find his way up front.
He's another driver that's always up front. You can't never count him out. He's going to always find his way to the front.
And we talked about it in the beginning, but we didn't talk about him. Diesel, number 22, was up front earlier, pushing and fighting for the lead. Oh, big wreck on the backstretch into 3. 1, 2, 3 cars spinning.
Caution. Caution's coming up.
As we wait for the caution and to once again see who's going to pit, who doesn't, anybody plays strategy. I expect them all to take 4.
Hey, Sharkard, thank you for listening. We appreciate you.
Yes, we love you, Sharkard. Okay. Let's see. Now, while we wait to see the pit stops, I was talking about Diesel. You know something about Diesel, Mama Bulldog?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, I know this is one of his first races he's racing, he was racing. He's got a fast car. He was racing up front. He got shuffled back in all the incidents that went on. So maybe we'll see him back near the front come later in the race.
Let's see, if they pit here, can they make it to the end? Yes, they can make it if they pit here.
Just, okay.
Yeah, we should be good from here on out. Okay, I'm going to go with Matt. I'm going to go to Matt as we're taking this pit stop and ask him what his strategy is. He's got a few laps left, and let's see what he has to say, whether he can win it or not.
Driver till I hear glass and smell shit.
From one car's away first, and
A little problem on pit road.
Yeah, a little bit. But it looks like everybody once again took 4 tires. Can Bulldog or in-race reporter confirm?
Did you take 4? Everybody take 4, Bulldog?
I took 4. I think Smoke took 2, right?
I think Smoke took 2.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It looked like everybody left at the same time, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. Smoke might have, and we just got confirmation. It looks like he took 2.
Him and Bulldog are really competitive. They get along really good, but they're really competitive. Smoke has been I'll have to give him credit. He's really helped Bulldog a lot.
Are we having a little issue on the apron there with the 18 and the 12? Is the 8? Oh, just getting back up in position? Okay. We'll shuffle them around positions. Make sure everybody's in the right spot before we go green. And here we go, back to green. Smoke leads them down with Bulldog on the outside. That's no surprise. They've been fighting.
Oh, that inside lane is moving.
Yep. Well, let's see if Bulldog can do something on the outside. He didn't lose as many spots as he might have. He's still up in 3rd.
No, but he needs to go that inside lane.
And Smoke fan out front. Kyle Busch right behind him. Kyle Busch dives to the inside, getting position on Smoke. Can he make it work? Look, Smoke holding him off on the outside. You see? Smoke inside, Smoke outside.
That tells you what a strong car he has.
Yep.
I mean, he is a pro league driver. We got to give him credit. He won the championship. I mean,
yeah, but
if it wasn't for him, none of these guys would be here.
He's under fire now. I think they smell blood in the water as we're coming to the stage end. I don't know if they're going to let him stay out front. There seems to be ganging up on him. Everybody who tries to get next to him seems like they're like a magnet. They're drawing the cars to him. And now 18 has a little bit of a nose out in front, but can Smoke pull back on the straight? Oh, 3 wide.
18 and Bulldog.
They're still vying for position, but 18 pulled out in front. Bulldog right behind him.
Yeah, but here comes Smoke on the outside with the 18.
Yes, 18 went up to block him, but is that going to leave the
door
open?
But here comes
for
Bulldog.
Bulldog with the 11.
Who knows?
Ooh, 3 wide.
3 wide.
Got some contact, but they keep it straight. But 18 gets shuffled out to the outside, and Smoke trying to get up to Bulldog's door. But that inside line seems to have 5 cars, and the outside line only 3 at the moment. And Bulldog keeps it out front going into 1. Smoke's not giving up either. Look at that. Look at them fight on the outside.
Oh, no, they're very competitive.
They cannot shake Smoke. He's strong. By himself, he hung next to 2nd place on the outside of 2.
And then you've got the line coming on the inside as well.
Yeah, Bulldog went up to block, and then the 11 car got position on Bulldog. Well, I probably would have done the same thing. I saw smoke coming that fast.
I absolutely would have too.
Now they're 3 wide.
Guarantee there'll be 3 wide before we get in the next turn.
Yeah, 3 wide. Yep. Kind of a staggered 3 wide. But they seem to all make it through. But this is about the time in the run when handling's going to start coming into play. The Smoke Fan shuffled back, along with Bulldog on the outside, with the 11 taking the point. But the outside, they're trying to fight back. You know, Bulldog, Sensi, and Smoke. Oh, and look, see, there's Diesel in the 22, getting in line behind Smoke in about 5th, 6th place. They're all jumbled up, so it's hard to put a place on them at the moment.
The inside line is fast, but I think in order to move on the outside, you're going to have at least 5 cars to push in order to get past those inside lane. It's just not going to do it.
I'm wondering, it's Beast on the point there. I'm wondering if tires are playing a factor, you know? With we heard that Smoke took 2 tires, and maybe that's the only reason why he wasn't able to hold them off, and he's now back in the 4th spot.
Bulldog's got a fast car. I mean, he's staying with him on the outside lane, but
well, he's back up on Beast's bumper butt on the inside.
8 laps to go.
The 4 car with Smoke. Oh, somebody went high.
Oh,
was that Sensi went high?
That's Bulldog's high.
And Bulldog, well, I think Bulldog went
Bulldog lost several positions.
Yep.
He's going to have to get back down.
Well, Beast of Asgard sees some daylight, followed closely by the 4.
Yeah, Bulldog's got problems.
And Jason running well today, too. But like we were talking before the race, you know, there's probably 10 guys that can win this. It's just,
any of them.
And as we're seeing, you know, as the race cycled through, we're seeing more guys up front. You know, some guys must be making adjustments and just fighting their way up to the front.
I think there are all these first 2 stages they've been trying things to see what works. 2 tires, 4 tires, what works. The next stage is going to be what plays out.
Well, for the first time, we got a 2-car breakaway of Beast and Jason, and the rest of the field they're fanned out, so they're running 2 wide or 3 wide, and the 2 cars up front running nose to tail seem to be able to stay out front.
Last week, Beast was my pick. He didn't win, but him and Jason, they're always up front. Bulldog. Oh!
We got some.
Oh my gosh, he lost it but saved it. I don't know how, but no caution.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
Fell all the way back, but no caution.
Well, look at this.
Awesome.
Look at this up front. Beast and Jason are running nose to tail, 2 cars by themselves, and they are able to pull out and maintain a lead on the rest of the field. The 3rd place car, Sensi and Cheese, I think, see what they're doing, and they're trying to go nose to tail to try to catch him before the stage ends.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen that.
Well, it's funny, we were talking about it somewhere over the last couple of days about tandem drafting being something that maybe we'll be seeing. But that's the first time I've actually seen it work. And not at a super speedway either. This is a speedway, but it's 2-mile track. And it looks like the field, now that they got separated a little because of handling, it looks like the field is starting to close in.
Looks like 4 laps to go in the stage.
Ooh, who's that? Got real loose off the black car with the blue hood.
Is it over?
Last lap of the stage.
Yep, here we go. Well, it looks like Jason got past Beast, and Beast is trying to follow him back on the inside. They're side by side down this front stretch. You got the camera out, Mama Bulldog?
We've got cars all over the place.
Well, I was watching them go nose to the line, and I couldn't tell you who edged who out. It's either Beast or Jason. Looks like maybe Beast edged
I
Jason,
think
but I'm not
Beast
sure.
got him.
Now, can I get some props on that stage, on that save right there?
We called you out for that, didn't we?
Yeah, I think Beast got him on that stage.
Yeah. You're telling me we're just watching the photo finish up front. Well, I don't know, because Jason is showing up front, out ahead of Beast, even though he's on the inside.
It looks like Beast got him on that stage.
So Beast did get the stage win. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I got it. So did everybody pit? Okay, here we go back to green. And we got Jason leading the field, but we got Smoke pulling out front on the outside. I think he's tired of not leading.
Yeah, and this is like 63 of 100.
Look, he went outside, and the field is freight training him back to 8th. Does he have a problem? He's getting old.
I don't know.
Smoke went from leading them into 1 to 12. I smell something. I think maybe is he coming to pit road? Ooh, is there some strategy being played here? Dropping to the back of the field because Smoke is on pit road. How many laps we got left? Let me get my calculator
it was like 63 of 100.
63, huh?
Of 100.
Interesting. Because I think Smoke is short pitting to be able to pit earlier on the final run and beat everybody to the checker. I think there's some strategy going on here, unless we found out different.
I haven't heard anything. I guess we'll see how that plays out.
Well, ask our in-race reporter if he saw or knows anything that we are not aware of regarding Smoke. Smoke's back out. But I would say he's a lap down right now.
Smoke forgot to pit during the caution.
Oh, so a mistake. A rare mistake from Smoke. He's going to have to play catch-up now, but I believe he's the only one a lap down. Am I correct?
He is a lap down,
so
yes.
First caution, he's going to get a lap back, so...
We all make mistakes.
We all do. But I was just concerned because he's had the strongest, if not the fastest, the strongest car, and for him to go a lap down, that was quite surprising.
I think the other drivers are probably, thank you, Lord.
Well, yeah, I know. I can pretty much feel it from here that they're like, where do you go? Thank God.
Yeah.
We can race now.
We have a chance to win this race.
Yep. Well, Jason's out front. But, who's that? Who's that behind him? Sensi? Yep. And Beast. I think they're fixing to do a 2 or 3 car pull away, but the field behind them is more single file, so they're keeping up this time.
Talking about Cincy, I don't know if you all knew this or not, but he's a former Dallas Cowboy safety.
Oh, wow. So, I would say that it's best not to piss him off on the track, is what you're saying?
He actually was drafted as a Jacksonville Jaguar in 2005 and then retired as a Dallas Cowboy, number 43.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, and he was a professional fisherman too, so now we're privileged to have him racing with us, and I mean, that's pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely, and it is so cool to see a professional athlete, someone who's competed at the highest levels, be so into NASCAR sim racing, NASCAR Heat 4. Because he's pretty good.
He is.
Oh, got a little contact there. I was going to say before, looks like trying to stay nose to tail is a little dicier than you think. Well, while we were talking about Sensi, I noticed that the guys behind him, 3-4 cars back, it looks like they all got into a wall off too, trying to stay nose to tail.
You got number 4 leading.
That's Jason with Sensi and Diesel. Look, there's Diesel again, up in third. Isn't this his first race in the Toco Warranty Series?
I'm not sure. I know that Buster, it was his first, but I'm not sure about Diesel.
Brewster. Okay.
Brewster, thank you.
Yep, Brewster. Yeah, Brewster is up there. He was up there. Must have gotten shuffled back because, like I said, they got together off the wall a little bit. Nobody got sideways or anything, but it'll slow you down compared to how fast the leaders are running. Look at that 3 wide Bulldog. You see that? He's in the middle. Look at that. Pulled out front.
You never know.
Nope.
He doesn't always take my advice.
Well, and why do you think that is, Mama Bulldog?
Well, we'll reserve that for another discussion.
I know. I have 2 kids myself, and if they listen to me half the time, I'm lucky. Yeah, see, it looks like they're more single file up front. See, I think they're trying to recreate what Beast and Jason did before and try to get a 3-4 car breakaway.
But you've got the outside. They're all seem to run on the outside a little bit right there.
Beforehand, they were running 2 wide the whole run almost. Now they're more single file, so they're having more trouble trying to break away from them. I mean, yeah, they're still dicing.
Yeah, I think they know it's coming down to the wire, and they got to figure out what line they need to be in and where they need to go.
Yeah, well, we got a few pit stops before we're going to get down to that final run. But, you know, what I'm seeing is they're trying to position themselves in the best spot that they can be, you know, and where is that position? Out front.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I'm seeing. See, they're going 2 wide again.
But, yeah, and 3 wide.
Oh, Bulldog got loose. Did he save it that time?
Yeah, on the apron. But
again. But you see, he got sandwiched, so...
He lost several positions, but he did save it.
Well, that is, like you saw before, how he went between them off the 4. When you're going off a turn, and you are in the middle, your 3 wide middle, that is probably the worst place to be on older tires, because there are aero considerations that are built into this sim, and those aero considerations can easily get you loose, because what I see there is he got loose before there was contact, and because the other 2 guys came up on him. Maybe he had to check up a little bit or something, but I know I've been in that position. That is a hairy thing to be in, and is it a hairy thing to save like he did? How many times has he saved it?
A couple anyway.
Yeah, well, that is awesome. No caution once again, thanks to Bulldog.
It's probably a good thing I'm broadcasting and not talking to you during this race.
Well,
trust me, I've gotten a few bad looks during this series. I tell him where he needs to be, and he doesn't always like it. Again, 2 and 3 wide racing. I mean, what else could you ask for?
Yeah, but Jason's doing like Smoke did earlier and staying out front until about right now. Is that big destroyer on the inside coming through? With
yeah.
a couple of cars helping him?
Looks like we got 2, 3.
And Chiza and Bulldog.
All the way.
Yeah,
Bulldog up the middle.
3 wide and 3 deep for first place here.
Oh my gosh. I think pit stops are coming, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think what we're seeing now is this shuffling is that some guys are on real old tires and hanging on, and other guys still have some rubber left. And they're just dicing and taking advantage of the ill handling.
Yeah, and I think fuel stops, they're going to have to make pit stops.
Looks like they're coming. They're coming this time. Looks like Brewster might have come in a lap early. Is that a little strategy there? Not everybody pitted. That's about, what, half the field on pit road right now?
Yeah, I think so.
So we got a little bit of a split. We got at least a one-lap difference between some of the field at the moment.
Here comes the Bulldog coming in. The rest of the field's coming in now.
So Bulldog came in a lap after these guys with the rest of the field pretty much. I think Brewster came in a lap before. I'm wondering if that's going to be a factor as Jason leads him off pit road. And who stayed out on the track there? I saw a blue car, and I don't think he pitted yet. Or maybe he pitted early. Oh, Smoke. Was that Smoke staying out? Because he short pitted? He got a couple laps on the field?
Of course, he came in early because he didn't come in during the caution earlier.
Yep. Can we figure out?
And he was a lap down.
Yeah, we need to figure out where Smoke is. Because that could be quite interesting.
Here they come out. Let's see where it all figures out.
Looks like Big Destroyer let him off. Bulldog back and forth. She's in front of him and too fast behind Big Destroyer. But I saw Jason go past on the outside. So how is this going to shake out, do you think? Haven't talked about Trans Am Lou. Trans Am Lou has been mired back in the pack most of the day. He's got a fast car too. Jason's running by himself, and I'm not 100%, but I think he's the leader. Somebody tell me different.
No, I think he's leading. Yes, he is a leader.
Because he's got a substantial lead over second place. This is the biggest lead we've seen all day. But with the draft being so important here on these big long straightaways, I think that pack is going to close him down in a couple of laps. So we'll see.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think a one car can keep him from passing him.
Yeah, they'd probably get to him faster if they weren't fighting for second there. That's, what, 3 wide, 2, 3 deep for second? But they'll close him down. The air around all these cars will make them a mile or 2 or so faster a lap, and they'll get them.
We're on lap 80 of 100, so we've got 20 laps to go.
20 laps, you said?
20 laps.
So 20 laps to go. We got 1 pit stop, so we should see pit stops as early as 6 laps from now. Maybe we'll have some people go all the way. Maybe we'll have some people split it up. It's going to be interesting these last 20 laps.
We've still got 2 wide racing. I mean, they're side by side.
Yeah, Jason's up
but
front.
But Jason's pulling, he's pulling away.
Well, I think it's because they're racing so much. If they get single file, they should be able to close up on it. I think they got it at the very front. But where did Smoke Fan shake out in all this? Because he's also running by himself. Looks like in the back.
Yeah, I'm not sure what position he's in.
Running with Jay Wood at the moment. 24 car.
My cast, how many laps in? We're of 83 of 100. And they are catching Jason.
Yep, yeah, I see it. Yep, they're only about 10 car lengths behind him now. See, but
Yeah.
they had to go single file to gain ground fast, but they're coming fast. Look at that.
They're catching him. It just depends on whether who's going to go with who and what lane.
They're there because they got the momentum, so they can pull out if they want. Looks like Jason went to the inside, and the second, third, and fourth place guys went to the outside. I think maybe Jason was trying to lead them, and it worked.
Here comes Jason and maybe Bulldog with him.
Yeah, they're all over him though.
We've got an outside lane going. I don't know.
Going 2x2 on the backstretch.
Yeah.
Chiza with Bulldog, and is that Big Destroyer? Well, they got separated into 3.
42 got pushed up high, and
gotcha.
Jason and Bulldog.
Well, it's real dicey trying to push in the turns. The car basically just wants to push you up the track, so it's kind of hard to stay locked together like that.
I don't think Bulldog's satisfied with running second. He's going to try to go to the lead.
Jason's staying out front. That's pretty
he
impressive.
is.
He's got some fast cars behind him. I don't know if he'll stay there, but Bulldog making his move, trying to. But look, Jason pulls him. And look how Jason's
been right up there in any of these races. He's been right there.
But did you catch that? When into 3, Bulldog pulled down, and Jason pulled down like to take his line away, and it worked. I think Bulldog is
here comes Bulldog on the inside.
Yep.
I don't know. Jason's strong.
Yeah, but Cheese is going with Bulldog, but Cheese is having trouble holding it down, and he's forced to go with Jason. But Bulldog, look at that run on the inside. He's up to his door.
He don't have anybody go with him.
But he's got that inside line. Ooh, looks like Jason got loose, and he's up. Is he in the wall? Yeah, in the wall, and he's trying to keep it straight. He didn't hit anybody, but he hit that wall.
Here comes Bulldog to the lead.
And Bulldog takes advantage of it and stays out front. That was a big slide by Jason. But good, he held on to it, and he didn't get into it. I thought he was going to come back and wreck the field. But a masterful job.
Great job.
Straight.
We've had, I think, one caution? Maybe 3 cautions. Awesome racing by these guys.
I think we had 2 in the first stage and only 1 in the second.
Yeah, 3 total, I think.
Yeah, have we been caution-free this whole stage so far? Oh, it looks like coming to pit road.
No caution.
It's about six laps from what I said, about 6 laps. So got some early takers here. Got to go the whole run, but the disadvantage is they'll be on much older tires than all the guys that pit after them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't asked Bulldog when or he's going to come, but there's definitely going to be some strategy play out here.
Well, maybe some guys coming now.
Oh, number 12. 12 just took the lead.
Yes, he did, but I think it's because they're slowing down the pit, and they are. Look at this.
I think so.
Half the leader's pulling off.
Bulldog didn't. Yeah, here he comes down pit road, maybe. No, he's staying out.
Well, like I said, the later you pit, the fresher tires you're going to have compared to everybody else. So there's different strategies going on here. We had your early pitters who are fixing just to go the whole run on the tires that they have if there's no caution. And then you had you guys that came in a couple laps later, maybe just kind of like hedging their bet a little. They don't want to be so loose or out of control at the end. And now you have the guys that are staying out that are probably going to be in the best position with the freshest tires coming down to the end.
And we're on 90 laps of 100, so we've got 10 laps left.
See, this is a tough one. So you pit early and go to the end on old tires, Or do you run it all the way as far as the fuel goes and make sure you have the freshest, fastest tires at the end, but you'll be behind? You see? This is
that's a
Auto
big
Club.
question. Bulldog's staying out so far, so we'll
Nope,
see.
coming in.
He's coming in right now.
He's coming in with number 12. Is this the rest of the field coming in now? It looks like it. So it looks like how many laps to go? 8, 9 laps when they come out?
Yeah, about 8.
So they're going to have the freshest tires, but they're probably going to be behind everybody else once they get out of the pits. And we're going to have 2 or 4 tires. Well, it looks like Bulldog is signaling for 4, but I don't know about everybody with him. Because I think whoever's going to come out this run with 4 tires in this pack we're looking at now is going to be fighting for the lead.
I'll have to agree. I think you got to take 4.
And now, in this pack, because this will be the freshest set of tires of these guys on the track.
I mean, that's what's played out so far before. Tires have won.
Off first, but we got to see how it cycles around.
So let's see how it shakes out. It looks like Bulldog is going to be 7th.
And any news on Smoke?
Not so far. Bulldog is 8 coming out of the pits.
Yep, but he's in this last pack with the freshest tires, so that could be a major factor. Just being in this pack, you're going to be fighting for the lead, I think. But we also need to figure out where it shakes out. Who's the actual leader, or how they stack up at the moment.
Matt, can you tell me who's leading?
Well, wait, if Bulldog is in 8th place, because I'm seeing it on his screen, right? 8?
Yes.
Then that means that I think Too Fast is the leader that I'm on right now, who came out of the pits with 4 tires, in the pack with the freshest tires, and we're going to have at the end. I think.
Looks like Bulldog just went to 7th.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking from Bulldog.
Give me just a minute.
From Too Fast. Take your time. Because there's a possibility, because of that in-between guys pitting, that they might actually be 1 and 2, and Too Fast 3rd. But we're going to confirm that.
Diesel is 4th, G-Cincy 5th, Bulldog 6th, Kyle Busch 7th, and Evil OGR 48 is an 8th.
Gotcha. But who did you say was in first?
Give me just a minute. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Oh, wait. 42. Big Destroyer. You look on the track map.
Yes.
So, Big Destroyer is out in front with Jesus. See, those are the 2 cars in front of Jason. They didn't pit on the same lap. Now, they have, I think, 1 lap older tires than the pack we were following.
We've got 5 laps to go.
Now, the pack we were watching that Bulldog is in, it looks like they're trying to get single file and catch up to Jason there and go after these guys. But the front 2 guys, they're doing what Beast did with Jason in the last stage, is they're running nose to tail, fixing to keep their lead and take the checker.
I don't know that they can catch them.
That looks like we got 5 laps to go. 5 laps. They're not nose to tail as close as they should be. Maybe their tires are not doing as well, and it looks like Jason is starting to close in just a little bit. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think that from probably fourth on back is more interested in trying to race each other than they are catch leaders.
Well, I'm watching fourth and fifth, and Bulldog is trying to get to, who is that, Sensi's bumper, and trying to draft him, but I think the way the tire strategy came out, we're in the middle of a tire run towards the end, even though they got fresher tires and everybody is running full out, I don't think they can stay together. Our Bulldog finally got to his bumper.
Yeah, but
they got to catch and get past Jason, and he's about 10 car lengths ahead. And the leaders seem to have pulled out on Jason. Looks like they're 20 car lengths. I think they're done.
Yeah, I think they are too. It's going to be hard.
I think that they're going to decide it amongst themselves. Big Destroyer and Chiza, if there's no caution, looks like it's going to be one of them taking the checkered flag. Unless, and we've seen this before, they don't make the checkered flag. Fighting for that, fighting for it.
Yeah, but I think it's going to play out probably close to what it is now, unless there's a caution.
Yep. Or you're right. Or something big happens that doesn't cause caution but shakes things up.
1 through 5 are really close.
2 laps to go. Yeah. I can see them closing in a little bit. I can see, is that Sensi there closing in on Jason a little bit, but they're still got a ways to go before they get to Cheese's bumper.
But what a race! I mean,
well, I was just gonna say before we were sure. Look, Cheese looks like he doesn't want to go quietly there, trying to find a way around Big Destroyer.
Last lap.
But I was going to say, the leaders seem to have come from which lap you pitted last on. Early didn't do it. Late doesn't seem to have been able to do it. It was that middle pitting lap that these two guys, got.
That's what got them there, yeah.
Yep.
I have to agree.
Oh, and Chiza to the lead on the last lap out of 4. Big Destroyer fighting back. And is that it? Is that Chiza?
That's it.
Whoa.
I think Chiza won it.
I had a feeling watching the front 2 that Chiza was going to pull something. And it looks like he did into 3. He pulled down and he made it stuck and drove right on by.
Awesome racing.
That was a race.
I mean, what more could you ask for?
What's funny is we were talking at the beginning of the race that strategy probably won't come into it unless it was a strategy of opportunity. But that last run, guys I guess saved enough that they could pit on different laps, and that middle lap from what I get, that middle lap was the winning lap.
That made the difference. That was it.
Yep. Because I would have bet on Bulldog's pack that we were following to have the freshest tires, be able to get up there and catch them.
I think Bulldog came in just a little too late.
Maybe. That's one lap. I think Brewster came in, and then half the field came in, then a couple of guys came in, and then Bulldog came in.
Yep, I think he stayed out a couple laps too long.
And it was that second to last lap that did it.
Yeah, I have to agree. They pulled it out.
Now, did they play some strategy going with 2 tires?
I think they took. I don't know. We'll have to ask them.
Exactly. That's definitely.
We're getting ready to get them in here, and let's ask them what they did. Because Jesus didn't win a stage until the last one.
Yep. But I watched him at the Tuesday Night League on Darlington for Outlaw, and
oh gosh,
he
what a race!
He was there when it counted too. So
he was.
Is that 2 in a row in the league in different series now?
It is.
Well,
it is. He's got it going on.
I wanted to talk to Chiza earlier and ask him what he thought the difference is between a track like Darlington and a track like Autoclose, which I asked Bulldog. So I'm interested to know what he thinks now.
I think you'll get the opportunity to ask him.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Do we have any? Do we know who led the most laps or anything?
Let me find out. Hang on.
Yeah, that was cool. And what happened to Smoke? Because Smoke was out of contention, put himself out of contention with a pit road mistake, is what we're saying, right? That's okay. But yeah, Smoke, the leader early on, and I think he had this, if not the fastest, the strongest car. He was able to hold on with the leaders with only 2 tires.
That last caution, he forgot to pit.
Yeah, well, you only get a certain amount of time, and you got to make your decision pretty quick. And I've been caught a few times trying to make changes, that I think I needed to do, and the timer ran out on you. But if he was out of gas at the end of the stage and didn't pit, he had to come back to pit. He had no choice.
Last Saturday night, Bulldog tried to race with his qualifying setup in, and he had to come out early. So little mistakes.
I wasn't going to mention that.
No, those mental mistakes. That's
Yes, absolutely.
You got to have your head in the game.
And that's a good point. As the racers are starting to join us now, but that's a good point. You can't make a mistake. These guys are running too fast and too close together. You make one mistake, and that's the whole race. And that's
all it takes.
And that's just like the big leagues, isn't it, guys?
Yep.
So who we got in here?
Oh, I'm Big D. I got second to Chiza.
Big D. I was watching you all night. You tried to pull some strategy early and almost pulled off, but did you learn that didn't work?
Yeah, well, the second go-around when everyone pitted and I was the only one that didn't pit, yeah, I mean, 1st to 10th in a lap and a half, it didn't really work out, so didn't do that again.
Did you stay out later on at the end of the second stage when there was only like 2-3 laps to go?
I don't remember. Maybe.
I think you did, and I think he didn't get shuffled back as far that second time. But I was like, I thought he learned his lesson, but you held up there pretty good though for a while.
Yeah, I was tweaking the car all night. I finally got it where I wanted to be in stage 3, so I was a little more racy.
Excellent. So where did you end up? Because we were watching the Chiza and I forget, and Jason. Who was it up front?
You finished second, didn't you?
Yep, I did.
Good job.
Last corner pass. Chiza that was a really good move by Chiza.
That was you.
I tried to get under, but I drove it in too deep to get under him to get a good run.
Yep. I had a feeling, I was watching you guys because we were trying to see if the rest of the field was going to follow you, catch you. And I said, these guys running nose to tail, they're not going to catch him. But I saw Chiza the last couple laps. I was like, he's going to try something. I didn't say it, but it kind of like, you get the, you kind of know when somebody's moving around behind you, that maybe you got to watch out for something.
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was going to dive it low into 3. I thought he was going to do it into 1, and I blocked it a little bit. Yeah. But when I saw him dive it into 3, I tried to block, and I shouldn't have tried to stay. I should have stayed as high as possible so I could dive right under him. But that's just a mental mistake on my part. Hey. But he held it really good on the bottom.
Yeah, but how many laps you had him behind you, pushing? And that's not easy when somebody's pushing you. You got to keep that wheel straight.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. If I didn't make those changes to kind of put the rear end in the ground more, I would not have been able to handle him pushing me.
So you were fighting loose?
Fighting loose early. I was fighting tight, then I made it too loose, and then I got it just right.
Well, yeah. You got it just right to put you on the point, when it counted. Tell me about pit strategy, because we were looking at some guys pitted a couple laps earlier than we thought, and then your group pitted. And then we were watching Bulldog's group, and his group pitted, and we both thought that the winner would come out of the last group with the freshest tires, but you guys were able to keep it out front.
Yeah, it worked out. I mean, we pitted 2 laps with enough fuel. We pitted with 2 laps enough of fuel to finish the race. And mainly, it's like it's earlier. It's better to pit earlier at Auto Club because the momentum. You're going so much faster than other tracks, and the gears are so much longer, so it takes longer to get going. So we figured if we pitted as early as possible, and with the group, that even with the guys behind us, because Too Fast, he was catching us about a tenth a lap at one point, and then Shiza finally got up to me, and the tires kind of leveled out, and we were able to keep it at 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, we saw that. Well, excellent job. I mean,
Yeah. Congratulations. Absolutely. Bulldogs group pitted just a little bit too late, and you all made the right changes, pitted at the right time, and congratulations on the second place win.
Thank you very much.
Who we got next? Okay. So, wait, don't we have Chiza in here? We got our winner in here, Chiza. I was saying before, I watched your Tuesday night race at Darlington, and so you win there at one of the toughest tracks we go to, and you pulled it off here. You heard what I said before about you fixing to make a move. Did you plan that once you guys had your little breakaway? So at the end there, you pitted at the same time. I take it because it was kind of hard to follow, as you know. So pitting at the same time, did you? When did you plan to come in that lap? Because as we said before, because we weren't looking for the winner to come from your lap, we thought maybe the group with 1 lap fresher tires might have it on you. Hmm. Well, that's a good point. How important was getting help in this race? Because earlier on we saw everybody dicing when Smoke was in it before he had his issue, and it was like if 2 guys could get nose to tail or 3 guys, they could push the guy at the front of the line out ahead, and then if the other line got organized, so to us it was very much like watching a super speedway race for a large part of the action, especially really early on when you guys were too wide, the whole way. Well, you did a superb job.
Job. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. That's 3 in a row. I'm going to keep going for more.
Good job. Keep it up.
Excellent. Thank you. Are we